Good morning, students. This is fourth chapter in chemistry part, that is carbon and its compounds. This is very important fundamental basic chapter in chemistry. Here we have to know first about carbon, then about its compounds. Compounds means carbon compounds, that means along with carbon atoms some other atoms should be there, that is why those are called carbon compounds. Here the atomic number of carbon is 6. Atomic number is represented by Z. It is 6. Its electronic configuration we discussed already in previous class. Atomic numbers from 1 to 30 we have discussed already in class 9 chemistry part in atoms and molecules chapter. So its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. This is the electronic configuration regarding carbon atom. In this case, this is the first shell, that means K shell. This is second shell, that means L shell. K shell is also called first shell, L shell is also called second shell. So first shell contains 2 electrons and second shell contains 4 electrons. Next one, this is called orbital representation. These boxes are called orbitals. These orbitals present in subshells. We know that already. S subshell contains 1 orbital, P subshell contains 3 orbitals. See, yes, one box considered as 1 orbital, one box. Either 1s, 2s, 3s, any s subshell contains 1 box, and p subshell contains 3 orbitals, 2p, 3p, 4p, whatever it may be, it contains 3 boxes, nothing but 3 orbitals. So this is called orbital representation of carbon atom. That means in these two, these are called what? Electrons. That means 2 electrons present in 1s subshell, 2 electrons present in 2s subshell, 2 electrons present in 2p subshell. These electrons present in respective orbitals. Here the point is, in this orbital it contains 2 electrons. These are called paired electrons. Paired means if 2 electrons present in same orbital, those are called paired electrons. Here 2s also contains paired electrons, but p orbital contains unpaired electrons. These are called unpaired electrons, because if 1 electron only present in 1 box, nothing but if 1 electron is present in 1 orbital, 1 box, is called unpaired electron. So paired electron should be represented every time like this. That means this is clockwise direction, this is anti-clockwise direction. We should not mention with the same spin. This is called spin. Same spin. We should not mention like this. We should not mention like this. It should be represented as one. It should be with clockwise and another should be mentioned with anti-clockwise. So 1s subshell contains 2 1s orbital contains 1 paired electrons, 2s orbital contains paired electrons, and 2p subshell contains 2 electrons which are present in different orbitals. Here the point is, this is called ground state electronic configuration of carbon atom. This is called ground state electronic configuration. This electronic configuration is called ground state electronic configuration. Next, here this carbon contains 2 unpaired electrons in valence shell. We know valence shell is last shell. For this atom, this is the valence shell. L shell is the last valence shell, because that is the last shell for this in this case. That is also called ultimate shell. Here the point is, carbon contains 2 unpaired electrons in valence shell. This is the valence shell. Here paired electrons, these are unpaired electrons. Our point is what? Carbon contains 2 unpaired electrons in valence shell. Next, When we apply some energy to carbon atom, then the carbon atom gains that energy. Because of that energy, the paired electrons present in this 2s subshell can jump into 2p subshell. That means one of the paired electron, not two paired electrons, two electrons. When we apply, repeat the point, listen carefully. When we apply energy to this carbon atom, then that carbon atom gains that energy. Then one of the electron in 2s subshell can jump into 2p subshell because we are applying energy. Then excitation takes place. That is called excited state. One of the paired electron jump into 2p subshell. That is called excited state. This electron cannot jump into this electron and this subshell because this is 1s subshell. This is present in first shell, but these are present in second shell. So excitation should be taken in the same shell. I repeat once again. Excitation should be taken in same shell. So if you apply energy, then this electron can only jump into this orbital. These electrons cannot jump into these orbitals because these two are present in same shell. Next important thing. When we apply energy, that means carbon undergoes excitation. Then that excitation configuration is called what? 1s2, 2s1. That means there is no change in this configuration, but change in this configuration. That means one of the electron jumps from here to here. Then 2s2 become 2s1 and 2p2 become 2p3. We should mention like this. This is orbital representation of carbon atom in first excited state. This is called excited state electronic configuration. Here the point is carbon contains 4 unpaired electrons in valency shell. Carbon contains 4 valency electrons in valency shell. Here one more point is that carbon is called non-metal. Carbon is called non-metal. So the point is carbon contains what? How many unpaired electrons? 4 unpaired electrons. So that carbon can form 4 bonds. If suppose it is having 2 unpaired electrons in valence shell, it can form only 2 bonds. If it is having 3 unpaired electrons in valence shell, it can form 3. If it is having 5 electrons in its valence shell, it can form 5. But here only 4 electrons are present. So it can form only 4 bonds with other atom. So carbon can form how many bonds? 4 bonds with other atom. So the valency here is called tetravalency. Carbon valency here is called tetravalency because carbon can form how many bonds? 4 bonds. 4 is called tetravalency because 4 electrons are present. Tetravalency. So this is all about versatile nature of carbon. Versatile nature of carbon. So here only you have to know one important thing, that is what? Carbon contains 4 unpaired electrons in its excited state electronic configuration in the valence shell, so that it can form 4 bonds with other atom. That's all. So carbon forms only covalent bonds. Carbon cannot form ionic bond. Ionic bond means, suppose take NaCl. This NaCl contains Na plus Cl minus. These are pluses, positive charge and negative charges are present. That is called ionic bond. So carbon cannot form such bonds. Carbon can form only covalent bonds. Now I will show what are the examples of formation of covalent bonds by carbon atom. I will show now. See carefully. First example, CH4. This is called methane. You just remember this. This is called methane. Methane gas. Here this is carbon compound. Why it is called carbon compound? Because along with carbon, hydrogen atoms are there. Compound means 2 or more different atoms should be there. That is called compound. So why it is called carbon compound? In that compound, carbon is there along with some other atoms. Here the point is what we have to draw the structure of this one. What I told you, in anywhere carbon forms how many bonds? 4 bonds. C, H, 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 H. Because in all these cases, in this structure, if you see that hydrogen form how many bonds? Each hydrogen form only one bond, because see, the reason for this is hydrogen, its atomic number how much? 1. Its atomic number is 1. Its electronic configuration is what? 1s1. That means it contains one unpaired electron. That is what? Valency electron. That means hydrogen can form only one bond with other atom. It cannot form more than one bond. That is very, very important point. Because hydrogen contains only one electron in its valency shell. That is why hydrogen can form only one bond. See, this hydrogen form one bond, this hydrogen form one bond, this hydrogen form one bond, this hydrogen form one bond. See, these bonds are, this bond is called what? Covalent bonds. This is called covalent bond. So in this structure, carbon forms how many bonds? 1, 2, 3, 4. Not only here, anywhere carbon forms how many bonds? 4 bonds. Hydrogen bonds how many bonds? Only one bond, because it contains only one electron. Why it is called covalent bond? That is also very important. Again, it comes in 11th class. See, this bond contains 2 electrons. Remember carefully, this bond contains 2 electrons. One electron belongs to carbon and one electron belongs to hydrogen. I repeat once again, all bonds, each bond contains 2 electrons. This is the electronic configuration of carbon. It contains how many unpaired electrons? 1, 2, 3, 4. So carbon contains 1, 2, 3, 4. I will explain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now each hydrogen contains, we know already, one electron. Here the point is what? Between these 2 electrons, one of the electron of hydrogen atom and one of the electron of carbon atom, at these 2 electrons shared between because of attractions. That means sharing of electrons takes place between these 2 atoms. Here also sharing of electrons takes place between 2 atoms. Here also sharing of electrons takes place between 2 atoms. That sharing takes place equally. Then between them one agreement will come. That agreement here, it is called bond. I repeat once again. Carbon contains 4 unpaired electrons. Each hydrogen contains one electron. So after that what happens? Some agreement takes place between 2 atoms. Here see, between this electron, one agreement. Agreement is called sharing. Sharing takes place between this carbon and this carbon. Then if sharing takes place equally, then between these 2 atoms one bond takes place. Because of that sharing, that bond is formed. That bond is called what? Covalent bond. So this is the definition of covalent bond. So sharing of electrons takes place between 2 atoms equally. Sharing of electrons takes place between 2 atoms equally. That is called covalent bond. Sharing of electrons. So here 4 sharing of electrons takes place between atoms. That is why 4 covalent bonds will be formed. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we have to understand, this each bond contains how many electrons? 2 electrons. Not only here, anywhere if covalent bond is formed, then that bond contains 2 electrons. Here one important thing is there. Once after bond is formed between these 2 atoms, those 2 electrons belongs to this atom and this atom. I repeat once again, this is important thing. Once bond is formed, that means covalent bond is formed between 2 atoms, those 2 electrons belongs to carbon atom and hydrogen atom. But before forming a covalent bond, the 2 electrons does not belongs to each 2 atoms. One electron belongs to carbon, one electron belongs to hydrogen. That means those electrons belongs to individual atoms before forming covalent bond. But after forming covalent bond, those 2 electrons belongs to each atoms. That is called sharing of electrons. That bond is called covalent bond. So here you have to remember what? Covalent bond. Covalent bond is called what? Sharing of electrons takes place between 2 atoms equally. Then that bond is called covalent bond. Anywhere carbon forms how many bonds? 4 bonds. Hydrogen form 1 bond. I will draw one more structure, then you get some more idea. C2H6. See, first write carbons. Carbon, carbon. Here how many hydrogens? 6. Split it. This for this carbon 3, for this carbon 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we know already. Hydrogen forms how many bonds? Each hydrogen only one bond. First draw it. 1, 1, 1. Here also 1, 1, 1. Now each carbon forms how many bonds? 4 bonds. But here carbon forms 3 bonds. Here carbon forms 3 bonds. That means one more bond should be formed. One more bond should be formed by carbon. That means that's all. Then if this bond is found between these two carbon atoms, then this carbon forms 4 bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon also forms 4 bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can draw the structure like this. This one more way. You can draw this one also. So you have to understand the concept. What is the concept? First you have to take carbon atoms and arrange in the hydrogens. Not only exactly like this. You can put in this manner also. So that is the way to represent the structures. That is the way to draw the structures. I will take one more picture. Then you get some idea. One more compound. C2H4. Here 2 carbons, 4 hydrogens. First draw every time. First take carbons. Then hydrogen. How many? 4. Split it. 1, 2. Or you put this hydrogen here. That will also not be wrong. Hydrogen. You can draw, or you can take this hydrogen here also. Then hydrogen forms how many bonds? 1. Here also 1, 1, 1. So hydrogen forms 1 bond. That is correct. But carbon forms how many bonds? Every time 4 bonds. But here forms 2 bonds only. So still it requires 2 bonds. So if you draw 1 bond, then carbon forms 3 bonds. It requires 1 more bond. Then you have to draw 1 more bond. So this is the way to represent this is the way to draw the structure of the compounds. These are called carbon compounds. In next video we will discuss some more compounds. Then you will get some more idea about this one. Thank you.